they don't give you a lot of risk management conversation, but McDoye Food and Security Sustainability Initiative is saying that we are an exception, right? Now, we've also handled the fact that there is structure and collaboration with this initiative, right? Looking into partnerships, joint ventures, contract farming, market research and analysis, training and capacity building, all of these you would find as a structured collaborations in the process. And of course, scaling up your collaboration, building trust, managing conflicts, measuring success, innovation, financing and all is what they're all about. But you want to ask your question right here because the CEO himself is sitting right next to me. Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, I must say. Now, you want to have that question asked. You want to speak with the horse himself. You already know what I mean by the horse. Talking about the person in charge. Yes, you don't want any backdoor conversation, not text message. You just want to have a clear access to him, easier, and he's willing to have the phone lines open just to hear from you loudly and clearly. And as he said before, and I'm reiterating again, religious institutions, religious bodies, and all of that. Even for you as a politician, you want to be able to do something for your constituents. Oh, you can do that by reaching out to the CEO here. And of course, this one is sustainable because agriculture is the way forward. I mean, we've been talking about diversifying the economy, which some argue the economy is diversified, but have we been able indeed to tap into the agricultural space and not just doing agriculture like in the days of 1980 as he mentioned. I mean, agriculture has changed now. It is more of the science and technology era, the tech requirements and all of that. And McDoye is saying in terms of expertise, in terms of character and learning, in terms of it all, they are there and they are strong and they have links, connection, home and abroad that can facilitate that process. 0907-353-0044. That is the studio number to call. And you should stick to that number and ask that question already because time is of the essence. Once again, 0907 353 0044. Call that number right now and speak with the CEO himself. The convener himself is in the studio. And yes, the WhatsApp portal number is also open for you. 0909 705 4450. Send in that message via the WhatsApp now and we will take all of your concerns. Right now, we're back to the conversation on here. Yeah. And right now, see this one now. Okay. Okay. Now this is not for the show right here and now. But anyways, thank you for that, Emma. Well, there are some concerns that I would like for you to look into, and that concern, I'm sure the listener shares, in this discourse. One of such would be the fact that, hey, can we indeed build trust? And what strategies can McDoye employ to build trust among partners in agribusiness collaborations? I mean, many times people have gotten into such collaborations.
All right.
There's always fear.
Yes, thank you. I'm coming back to that.
Okay.
I skipped something before when I was making that explanation earlier, and that is contract farming.
Oh.
The fact is, in McDoye Food Security and Sustainability Initiative, we make provision for that, in the sense that we've started collecting and gathering CV of those who are actually interested in farming but don't know how to go about it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Now there are people that are young ones that are around the FCT, and this is not limited. I am pushing forward to a time that I'll bring someone who will be able to communicate in Hausa, in Yoruba, and Igbo into this studio.
You might want to take a pause to that. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning to you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Landmark. Landmark is my name.
Landmark, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Guarimpa. Hello, Abadi.
Imaidio, so All
right. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I like what you are doing.
Thank you. So you have a question?
Yes, I want to find out from somewhere. You know, what about if somebody has interest but there's no land? I have so much interest in land, yam farming.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Landmark. Appreciate.
Thank you very much. I'll come back to that.
Okay.
Let me land on my school of thought that I was
right.
trying to say as regard to those who are interested in agribusiness but don't know how to go about it. The fact is, one of our vision is to reduce the level of unemployment in Nigeria.
Okay.
And that is why at the point I put it upon myself that let me reach out to the government to ensure that to see how they can be of help in this area. And what contract farming is all about is you as an individual are reaching out, gathering some young mindset Nigerians who are truly interested in agribusiness to a farm location. You put them in clusters. We are going to provide all the necessary farm inputs for them. All what they need to do is to monitor, manage, and care for this farm business, either crop or livestock, to maturity. And immediately the farm produce is ready, it is our duty to uptake all the farm produce. It's our duty to take all the livestock for sales, and the return will be what we I mentioned earlier, which has to do with when we sit down, we talk. Okay, those of you in this category, what you need to do is that we're going to provide the land, we're going to provide the input, we're going to provide everything necessary to do this farm. It is your own to just manage it. We call them farm managers. They're going to manage the farm to maturity, and after sales, they are free. It's either they come back or they relocate to another location. Okay. That is our plan. So the business of contract farming is very lucrative, but you cannot do that outside the consent of the government. Because I said, you remember some times ago I said, in the Nigeria Constitution, I'm not a lawyer, but I've read this, that the governor, not the state executive council, no, the governor of the state shall keep the land. It means that all the land, all the land in all the fraternity unit in Nigeria, the custodians are the chief executive officer of each state, as responsible to the federal government. Okay. So in that sense, there is no way we can bypass that protocol. So what we need to do, and that is what we have done, we've sent letter to the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, we've reached out to the FCT minister to ensure that they can allocate land for us, particularly the area that have been marked for agriculture. We are not saying in the city centers. No, there are locations within the FCT that have been allocated for agribusiness. So what we just need to reach out to the government, which we have done, in again, is to plead with the federal government to look our side. That please, we need this land. We are not ready. Nigerians youth are not ready. The FCT young-minded youth are not ready. And again, it's a call to the Honorable Minister for the Youth Affairs to please look at our side. On how it can be. It's from Ondo State and from Ondo State by God's grace. So that's a leverage. So how you can look at our side to make a provision for the teeming Nigerian youth that are wasting away the FCT. If you look at the rate at which young Nigerians are abusing drug in this FCT, you will wonder that how can. But you don't actually condemn this because you have not done the necessary thing which is expected of us to do. And that is why McDoye Food Security is coming out to say, okay, we can be fair in our own little way. We can be fair in taking away some of these youth that are just roaming around the street. It's not many of these big estates and areas, until they have vigilantes and security posts, nobody can sleep with two eyes closed. Not because of robbery and all that, but you hear this bambola and all the rest everywhere. But when these ones are fully engaged, many of them you won't even find them until every time when they are back from their business, their agribusiness centers. So we are pleading again that we need land. That's where the area of collaboration comes in. Now, so many people are actually interested. Like the person, the last caller who called that he want to go for yam business. Of course, yam farming is a very lucrative agribusiness. But you don't do that without an allocation of a land. And that is where the area of looking for land comes in. And this is not limited to government alone. At the point I opened the door for for collaboration for everybody, you can reach to. It does not necessarily mean that it has to be government. That one plot, that two plot, that 1 acre, that 1 hectare that you have unused, that can be used for seasonal farming. Because we are going to sign, we are not just going to come to your land without signing an agreement with you. We will reach to an agreement with, okay, you are giving us this space for 3, 4, 5 months. You are giving it to us for 2 years. You are giving it to us for 3 years. And at the end of it, you will get something very substantial as a profit on that unused land, rather than allowing it to just waste away like that. So that is the area of collaboration. Now, if you are interested in the last caller who called, so many people are calling. The last caller who called, who say is interested in yam farming, all what you need to do is to subscribe to us. Send me your name. But from now, anybody that want to join is with a course. So immediately you write to us today. If you send me your name today, we'll reply your message immediately with what it costs to subscribe, so that you'll be able to join in our training. We are going to group this training to, as I said it out, we are projecting 7 locations for this training, and it's going to be both livestock and crop farming. And beyond that is your issue of agribusiness. So many of those people who we attend both livestock and crop farming will also be trained in some of this agribusiness, because we are even registered as agro-allied business. So we are registered. We have CAC. We are registered with Corporate Affairs Commission as an agro-allied business. So we have what it takes to take care of both livestock and crop farming, and those who actually want to go to agribusiness, because it has a very long value chain. And these are the part of what we'll be training those who will come to our training center. It is not, they don't necessarily need to just to go to the farm. No, you may just be an off-taker, you may be input provider and all the rest. You definitely are going to stand to benefit a lot in this training that's coming up. So our door is open, but from July 1 is with a course, which I will not disclose this morning, but you can be very sure it's something that by the grace of God will be reasonable with you when you reach out to us to register with us.
Right.
Because we have numerous of people that have registered already freely between 1st of June and the very last day of June.
That's right. So you already see the process now. It's becoming clearer. The vision is already there, but the process is becoming clearer. Taking this call now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Elder.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, where are you calling from?
I hear that my major name of Idogu. Is it from Idogu near Idwani?
Yes, by the grace of God.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
I have interest in this farming. And then what I need, I don't know whether it's going to take a time. Agri, and then this blower and then engine to hash. How many months do you think you can take me to be able to cooking?
All right, thank you very much. That is not an answer I can provide here right away. Reach to me maybe after this program. If you are still listening, that's a long conversation, and it's something that a consultation that you have to pay for. But if you get that through this platform, I may provide it free by the grace of God. But please try to reach out to me. Not now, please. Maybe later, around between 3 and 4. You can reach back to me. I will definitely answer, particularly everyone in that category. I'll provide library for you by God's grace around that period.
Right around 3 to 4 p.m. today. Try to get this number now and reach out to the CEO himself, and he's going to provide proper answers. 0806 221 7902. That's the number, his number. The other number of his would be 0805 478 4612. These are the numbers you can connect with him. If you missed it the first time, let me give it to you again. 0806 221 7902 or 0805 478 4612. All right, the conversation is here, is really trending. You see how Nigerians are really wanting to be a part of this. Family members in Abuja, especially now that the rains are here. The meteorological department is talking about the fact that the rains are going to be heavy this year. Flooding, is going to be taken up in a couple of states. And they mentioned Edo State. They mentioned some of these other states.
Of course.
And all of that.
Yes. I said here earlier when we started this conversation that I was in Ondo State, I was in Ogun State, I was in Edo State last week. Some part of Kogi State was flooded. Yes. 3 or 4 days ago.
Some part.
Yes, some part. Some part of Ondo State as well. Around the Akoko side. If you are in between Obajana to Ayere to part of Akoko, if you around that Ose side, you understand what I'm saying. So it's not something that we should panic in the sense of it, but something we have to prepare for. It is not the NAME projection is not a call for panicking. It's a call for preparation.
Okay.
Ideally, if you know your area is water prone by now, you should evacuate. Now, that's one. 2, if you are a farmer and you know that your farm is in a large scale, please reach to us in McDowell Food Security so that we'll put you through how you can ensure that farm. Because there is no way we will have flooding that our farmers will not be victim. I was watching day before yesterday live. I have to travel to a farm that was a rice farm that was flooded. I think 4 days ago. I nearly shed tears for the farmers. The whole farm was flooded, and you know what that means. So what I'm trying to say is this: reach towards McDowell Food Security will tell you how you can ensure your farm, because this is very important. Honestly, it's very important. And the projection is not for Nigeria to panic, it's a call for preparation. And I mentioned this some times ago, and I mentioned it again. That is exactly that we have trillions of fresh waters that pass across the nation Nigeria every year. Yet we don't have the story for this water. And that is why you discover that between September, October, November, we are back again to square one, because there's no preparation for what I call massive irrigation farming. Some of these fresh water that are flowing to the Atlantic is something we can store.
Really?
Definitely. Sure. But when we don't have dam capacity, when we don't have the equipment to do it, some people will just say, you're not too small for this. I was giving a lecture somewhere, and somebody called me after the lecture, said you think you can just speak in this big grammar? Where do you see it happen? Where do you see it happen? And I opened my profile. I said, do you see it where it's being practiced? Do you see nations of the world that are even smaller in large mass, in per capita income, in everything, that are doing well in agribusiness? And of course, many of these countries that we even look up to. See, food security is a must in Nigeria. Enough of looking up for anybody outside the shore of this country for food, because we have more than enough. Is it landmass you want to talk about? Is it the nutrient in our land you want to mention? Is it the fresh water is it the rainfall that is not gathered? Is it the fresh rivers that pass across all the nook and crannies of the nation Nigeria that you want to mention? So we don't have any reason to be hungry, but we have found ourselves in this situation, and that is why I said we have to look at it holistically. Enough of this surface dressing approach, and that is why food security is it's a mandate. It's something I felt personally that it's so important that when we can feed ourselves, there's nothing that is left for us that we cannot achieve as a nation, Nigeria. And that is why I've always insisted that the Nigerian project, some of us will not give up. We may not be politicians. I'm not a politician, but I will not give up. I'll continue to make my own little contribution to ensure that we get to where we are supposed to be. And this project cut across. That is why you are free to call us. Even the call I got, I told you I have to travel to Edo State. Unprepared. Somebody called, I said, don't worry, I'm coming. when I got it, he was surprised. I said, I came, and I provided some of these trainings and workshops free. And I'm saying it. Some of them can call and bear witness to what I'm saying. So what I'm trying to say is this: see, that little in our hand, we can make it. Some of our House of Rep members, some of our senators can call on us. You can make it your constituent project.
Right.
We will teach you how to go about it. We will be physically available for weeks, for months, to train people. Many of the people who today who depend solely on the stipend that will be coming during election will not even have time for all these struggles and all the rest when they are fully engaged. And that is where the area of service comes in. So until we begin to get it right, that to get money, you must get a service you provide.
Right.
You will be missing it.
All right. Until we get to that place where we know that to get money means you have to have value, we would have missed it already. But Magdoye Food Security and Sustainability Initiative is here and would guarantee that we don't get to that place.
Definitely.
Because Nigeria, we don't want to get there.
We will definitely have to avoid that.
Right.
And that is what we are doing, food security
Right.
and sustainability initiative in Magdoye.
Awesome. Well, in conclusion, though, agribusiness collaboration and sales and marketing is a critical area of focus for Magdoye Food Security and Sustainability Initiative. And they are poised with the fact that by working together, farmers, agribusinesses, and other stakeholders can share their resources, expertise, even risk, leading to increased efficiency, for profitability and sustainability. Comrade Isaiah Alabi's expertise and insights have indeed provided valuable guidance on the potential benefits and structures of such collaborators. Well, thank you for stepping into the studio today, and we hope to have more of these successes so that Nigeria gets better.
Yes. Before I round up, let me just give my parting word, just in a minute.
Right.
My number is 080 62 21 7902. Again, I repeat, 080 62 21 7902. The second number is 080 54 78 46 12. Again, 080 54 78 46 12. Please call me. Feel free to call me anytime, night or day. I pick call. I'm not there's something special about picking call. Call me anytime. You get to reach to me, and every those questions you have to ask, I'll be able to provide answer, because we are running out of time. But definitely, by God's grace, we'll have enough time next week, Wednesday and Thursday, around this time, to have a better conversation around this project, Magdoye Food Security and Sustainability Initiative. Please, those who are interested in subscribing to our training, continue to send in your number, your name, and your location, and attach the area of your interest, so that we'll be able to provide how we'll be able to the training will be able to group you into the right session. Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria.